Hello, I'm Sonia Byers, Chief Executive of Women in Transport. Welcome to Season 3 of the Women in Transport podcast, where we're sharing the voices and stories of women from across the transport sector. Each episode, we explore the experiences, challenges and triumphs of those shaping the industry, spotlighting the power of representation, allyship and leadership at every level. Thanks for tuning in. Let's dive into today's conversation.
Welcome to the Women in Transport podcast. In this special episode, we take you inside our 20th anniversary AGM. Hosted at London Transport Museum, you will hear from Jo Field, our president, as she reflects on 2 decades of impact, celebrates the achievements of our volunteers and partners, and looks ahead to the future of our network. From mentoring to leadership programs, safety campaigns to white papers, this conversation is a powerful reminder of how far we've come and how much more we can do together. So let's listen in.
Hi everyone, I'm Jo Field. I'm the President of Women in Transport, and it is my great honour to welcome you all to our annual general meeting in this, our 20th anniversary year, hosted at the London Transport Museum. And what we're going to do is reflect on our achievements, share ideas, and help us to continue our journey of advancing women working in the transport industry. This year has once again shown the power of connection, of collaboration, and of course, resilience. We've continued to champion equity, to celebrate diversity, and to provide a strong platform for women across every corner of the transport industry. From mentoring to advocacy, we've made real progress, and importantly, we've done it together. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of our amazing volunteers, supported by a small central team, we have grown to a strong network of over 1,600 members and 70 partners. And we estimate we've got over 100 volunteers across the country as well. So it's all of us together have made us the powerful movement for change that we are today. Our volunteers represent women in transport on a number of boards across the industry, actively advocating for women, creating opportunities for raising the visibility of our members, and of course, collaborating across the industry to progress equity. All of this, of course, has been made possible by the amazing support of our partners across the transport industry. Our tiered partnership packages, which we introduced in 2022, have proved incredibly popular. And at the top of our tier of partnerships, we have Transport for London. They were our founding partner and they're also our leader partner. And then we have our advocate partners, Kia Transportation, Lothian Buses, the Road Haulage Association, and Transport for Wales. In total, we have 35 partners on our tiered packages, and we are currently onboarding some new partners. We have started quarterly feedback surveys, and we're committed to continuously improving our communication and engagement with partners. You know, we value the support so much, so we just want to make sure that we're continuously improving. We are, of course, sincerely grateful to every single organisation and individual that supports women in transport. So thank you so much for your ongoing support. Our partnerships have empowered women in transport to offer our members a vibrant and engaging programme featuring 66 events over the past year. So that's an incredible number of events. These events are driven and executed by our dedicated volunteers through collaborations across the sector. And a special shout out goes to everyone who has contributed to these events. And of course, we continue to deliver exceptional professional development programmes for our members. We have our advanced mentoring programme, which is now launched for the 8th year, and this year has welcomed 14 new pairs. And this year, we were excited to partner with Worcester to include their members in the advanced programme for the first time. It's important to us that we keep mentioning accessible so that any woman in transport at any stage of their career can take part in it. I also want to highlight the transformative nature of the advanced mentoring programme. And I guess from my own personal experience, because I have been a mentor on the programme, I think from the first year or maybe the second year, but, you know, have come back time and time again. I always get a lot out of it. You know, I like providing my insights and also things that I can help with, like personal branding. But I get a lot out of it in the sort of reverse mentoring perspective as well. So, and, you know, no, all mentees are different. I always get something different and something new as a mentor. However, this year, I actually decided to come back to the programme as a mentee. And so, yes, I'm the president of Women in Transport, but I'm a volunteer like so many of our other volunteers. And so I also have a day job, which is the chief exec of JFG Comms, which is a transport public affairs agency. And so I have been trying to drive forward and accelerate my business growth over the last few years. And I thought, well, actually, maybe there's something, someone in our pool of mentors that can help me to drive my business forward. So I was lucky enough to be paired with a mentor in that program. So I've actually this year sort of experienced it from the other side, but got a huge amount out of the program as a mentee as well. So that's from my personal perspective. But also one participant described it as brilliant and highly recommended it to anyone considering mentorship, which of course speaks volumes about the value our program offers. And another participant shared how this experience has shifted their perspective. They felt treated as a high potential candidate and emphasised that this mentoring was not just about recovery, but about planning to soar. And this is, of course, exactly what we are aiming for. It's empowering women to thrive, not just survive in their transport careers. Our ambition is to continue to support and uplift our members in their career journeys. Now on to 2026 for Advance, and we are currently seeking sponsors to support the programme and ensure that it can go forward next year. We are delighted to have support for ninth year from TXM Group, as well as from Network for Skills and Camilla Area Appointments and Momentum Transport Consultancy. We have also, very delighted, we've confirmed Network Rail as a sponsor for Advance in 2026. So very grateful to them, but we need more. So please get in touch if your own organisation or if you know of any organisations that would be willing to support this fantastic programme. It truly supports women working in transport, and of course we can't deliver it if we don't have the sponsors on board. LEAD is our virtual leadership development programme. It runs 3 times a year and it's delivered by Shireen Ali Khan and Ian Smith. We have supported over 180 women from 44 different organisations in the 5 years since it has launched. Shireen and Ian are continuously improving the programme based on feedback from participants, and it has more than 30 touch points, including group workshops, one-to-one coaching, and inspirational women guest speakers. It truly is a transformational programme, and we get lots of anecdotal evidence from the participants in terms of how it has helped them to develop their careers. But yeah, it's definitely making a huge difference. And if you would like to know more about LEAD, Shireen and Ian run regular Find Out More sessions, and these are a virtual opportunity to meet Shireen and Ian and some of the participants, to ask questions and just find out a bit more about the programme. The sessions are open to non-members and anyone who is interested in taking part. The next cohort will be starting in September, and you can find the full timetable and register for the Find Out More sessions on our website. And here is a quote from one of the participants. The LEAD programme has been transformative. Katie Harris from Transport for Wales described it as the best therapy she didn't know she needed. I love that. And Katie emphasises how each session is engaging, surrounded by a supportive community of like-minded women. And this camaraderie is truly invaluable. The positive impact it has on participants' lives is profound. And for anyone feeling uncertain, Katie encourages you to just go for it and says you won't look back. And so in the last year, in partnership with Voice, we have launched a dedicated jobs platform to help organisations increase visibility and awareness of job roles, and especially to help the representation of female applications. And that's something that, people have come to us a lot saying, we're advertising these roles and we're not getting enough women coming forward. So this is the partnership that aims to change that. And by creating this job board and working in partnership with like-minded organisations and the wider industry, we believe we are creating a leading destination for women who are seeking a rewarding career within our amazing transport industry. And now onto the All-Party Parliamentary Group, which some of you will remember we have been running for successive years since 2016, when I first worked with Bruce Cadbury and parliamentarians to launch the first ever All-Party Parliamentary Group for Women in Transport, which is basically a cross-party group of parliamentarians. And every time there's a general election, you have to reform the group, basically. So this year we spent a lot of work, or in the last 12 months, we spent a lot of work getting the parliamentary support, the cross-party support. There was new rules we had to meet as well to reform the group in the new parliament. I'm pleased to say that we succeeded in doing so earlier this year, and we have the cross-party support of around 30 parliamentarians, so that's MPs and peers from across all parties, and that's actually the most we've had, so it's growing year on year, which is amazing. So this year we have also held a roundtable on women's safety, and that made recommendations to the Railways Fit for the Future consultation. But of course, the recommendations from that roundtable are wider, so that's something that APPG is going to be taking forward and championing as for the transport sector as a whole. And we were actually asked to give evidence to a private session of the Transport Select Committee as well, so that's something we've done recently too. And the APPG has also created industry guidance, which will be launching soon. And this is to support on-site safety, health and wellbeing based on recommendations made in a roundtable that the predecessor APPG, so the previous version of the APPG in the last parliament, held an event to look at that. And then the industry guidance that has come out of that will be launching soon. The work of the APPG this year has been supported by West Coast Partnership, and my consultancy, JFG Communications, has been delivering, helping Women in Transport to run the Secretariat. Part of that is on a pro bono basis. Moving on to our Diversity and Inclusion Bus Group, which was founded 6 years ago to bring the bus sector together to drive more equity and inclusion in bus. Our members meet quarterly to share knowledge and best practice. And for International Women's Day this year, we published A Power for Peace in Passenger Transport on fueling our determination. Chloe Leach O'Connell, co-founder and co-chair of the Women in Transport D&I Bus Group, reflected on the challenges, achievements, and the work still to be done. Over the past 12 months, our virtual meetings have covered a broad range of topics and discussions. D&I Bus Group members will remain actively involved in shaping the future of driver cab design, and this is in collaboration with Transport for London and Women in Bus and Coach. And Caroline Ward and Chloe will be getting actively involved in our legacy workstream for the 20th anniversary to inspire the next generation into transport. Our regional hubs are the heartbeat of our network. They provide a unique opportunity for local connection and community, allowing us to foster relationships at the grassroots local level. These hubs, we wouldn't have them if we didn't have them led by an incredible team of dedicated and passionate volunteers. Thank you very much for everything you do to invest your time and your energy into creating a supportive environment for our members at the local level. So let's celebrate our volunteers and the connections they help to build. These are, of course, essential as we move forward together and keep Women in Transport going for the next 20 years. First up is our Scotland hub, led by Maylis Garden. And Maylis's time is backed by WSP, so thanks WSP for that. And Maylis leads a vibrant and active region. These events are designed not just to inform, but also to foster connections within our community. And personally, I'm looking forward to joining Maylis and her committed team of volunteers in Edinburgh on Thursday for the 20th anniversary celebrations. Our brilliant Wales hub is led by Jo Foxall from Transport for Wales. Jo has been off work for health reasons this year, but everyone at Women in Transport is wishing her a full recovery to good health, and we're looking forward to seeing her back again soon. In the meantime, the Wales team, including Claire Locker, Brianne Coslet and Desi Nikolova, have been doing a fantastic job of keeping the momentum going with events including understanding and developing resilience workshops. So thank you very much to all of you. Next is the West Midlands hub, led by Chloe Williams of Arup. In 2025, we kicked off some exciting initiatives with close collaboration with the Colmore Business District. And this partnership led to our summer net walking sessions in Birmingham City Centre, which promoted health and wellbeing through active engagement. Additionally, we hosted a stalking seminar in November last year, coinciding with Antisocial Behaviour Awareness Week. In December, we held a mince pie networking event at Arup, and in January, we organised a panel and networking event titled Building Your Career in Transport. And it was a fantastic opportunity for almost 100 attendees to discuss breaking down barriers in the transport sector, and that was sponsored by PwC. These events are just a glimpse of the vibrant activities that are happening in the West Midlands Hub. So lots going on there. Well done to Chloe and the team. Also, in the West Mids, in February, we welcomed Sandeep Kaur Dulai as our new Deputy Regional Lead. This is an exciting step forward for our team, and Sandeep has already been making a positive contribution nationally, offering support with social media too. So thank you so much for that. Our thanks to Charlotte Pierce, who stepped down as Regional Lead for Yorkshire at the end of last year. But the good news is the Hub has continued to deliver an engaging events programme, including a visit to the Defence School of Transport in East Yorkshire, courtesy of Commandant Laura Craig Braddock and her team of 600. This was a behind-the-scenes tour of a fantastic training site with career opportunities for people of all ages from around the UK. Our Northwest Hub is led by Joanna Hill of HW Martins. Joanna leads a brilliant team that delivers a fantastic events programme in collaboration with partners and institutions. Joanna also made a significant contribution to the Motherhood Penalty White Paper published last year. Thank you so much for that. And is working on our Menopause White Paper, which is due out later this year. Other highlights from the Northwest Hub include an engaging power breakfast, flash talks, providing an opportunity for members to practice their public speaking, and a collaboration with High Art UK, offering opportunities for members to raise their profile in a global forum. We are also delighted that Angela Lopez Garces has been appointed as Deputy Lead for the Northwest to support this thriving hub. Now onto the Southwest Hub, led by Gillian Risdale and supported by WSP. In just 12 months, I can't believe it's only been 12 months since the launch in March 2024, we've made significant strides. We kicked off our series of events in September with a session on personal resilience led by Penny Woods, a career coach at WSP's offices in Exeter. This was a fantastic opportunity for attendees to enhance their skills, which is essential, of course, in our ever-evolving industry. Then in November, I led a session on personal branding. It's crucial, I mentioned that earlier, actually, personal branding, really crucial for professionals in our field to understand how to effectively present themselves, especially in today's competitive landscape. And then we wrapped up the year in December with some festive spirit at our Mince Place networking event, which was kindly hosted by Arcadis in Bristol. And in March this year, we celebrated inspiring women from the region in a virtual International Women's Day event supporting #Accelerate Action on the 6th of March. Also in the Southwest, we have developed a local steering group of volunteers who are supporting our development in the region in terms of developing interesting events and building a wider partnership network with other individuals and organisations working in transport. So thank you so much to Claire Ruggiero, Olivia Cairns, Maggie Visteska, Alice Simpson, Laurie Robinson, and Sharon Carr. So we are delighted to be launching a brand new region this year and welcoming the East Midlands to our growing network. The hub activation is being led by Donna Hoffman. So if you would be interested in joining Women in Transport and being part of the East Midlands hub, please join us for the meet and greet event, which is going to be held on the 12th of June. Full details can be found on the website or by contacting Donna. The event is open to members and also non-members, and it's going to be a hybrid event, so very easy for people to join. So please help us to spread the word. Then onto our Women's Safety Group, and this was established in January 2024, and it's chaired by Jade Neville. It's a working group that is committed to enhancing the safety of women and girls using transport and our vision of zero assaults on women and girls in transport settings. In 2024, Jade focused on building the working group and working closely with the Department for Transport. This year, the group has been focused on advocacy and engagement with the DFT and also the Transport Champions. That, of course, is the work of Laura Shove and Anne Shaw, which was commissioned under the previous government, but made lots of important recommendations for improving the safety of women and girls. And we are keen, and I know the Transport Champions are keen as well, but we're keen that this work continues under the new government. We will continue to build momentum through data-driven advocacy and collaboration, including gathering evidence from our members and knowledge sharing. So please, if you want to get involved or you have insights you'd like to share on women's safety, then please get in touch with Jade. On to our intersectionality programme, which is led by Shireen Ali Khan, and it was launched in 2023 to provide a platform exploring how power and privilege interface within the transport sector. In the past 12 months, and with the support of our volunteers and partners, we have delivered 12 podcasts, 2 book clubs, 2 roundtables. We have also offered a series of I Am Remarkable sessions. I Am Remarkable, which is a free Google initiative empowering women and other underrepresented groups to celebrate their achievements in the workplace and beyond. And it's delivered by Shireen and Ian Smith and open to non-members. We are also proud to tell you that our Motherhood Penalty White Paper has been shortlisted for the prestigious CIHT Award for Equality, Diversity and Inclusion. This shortlisting recognises the impactful work of the Women in Transport Intersectionality Workstream, which has championed the challenges faced by working parents in the transport sector, particularly the systemic barriers impacting mothers. Through research, real-world storytelling, and a clear call to action, our white paper shines a spotlight on the motherhood penalty, where mothers in the sector earn, on average, 7% less than their non-mother counterparts. This achievement would not have been possible without the collaboration and contributions of Joanna Hill, Shireen Ali Khan, Rebecca Piggott, Eleanor Fitton, and our incredible Women in Transport membership community. And our thanks to Kia for sponsoring this important piece of work. The CIHT Awards celebrates outstanding initiatives that shape a more inclusive future, and we are thrilled that our work has been recognised amongst such inspiring projects. We also have 2 more white papers due to be published this year, one focusing on the menopause, which is sponsored by PA Consulting, and a second on intergenerational workforces, which is supported by the RHA Road Haulage Association. Moving on to the Equity Index, which is led by Sue Terpilovsky, OBE, as a volunteer. And our aim with the Equity Index is to revolutionise the industry by providing a crucial baseline data for free, recognising best practices, and driving positive change. The index seeks to identify and address the real gender diversity in transport-related positions, fostering an environment where all individuals have equal access to opportunities and resources. We are incredibly grateful to our sponsors, the Seafarers Charity, Network Rail, Album, First Bus, Image Line, and the Urban Transport Group for their sponsorship of this important piece of work. The full Women in Transport Equity Index report will be published this month, and it builds on the foundations laid by our first survey in 2023, basically providing an updated and expanded view of gender equity across the sector. That's what we wanted to do. We want to build and build with more organisations getting involved every year. And this year we have data from 100 participating organisations, and the index provides insights into the state of gender equity across the transport landscape, encompassing rail, roads, logistics, maritime, cycling and consulting. And through our partnership with Work 180, participants were assessed using a globally recognised DEI framework. And the result is a clear evidence-backed view of what's working and what still needs urgent attention. The results indicate a slight increase in the number of women working in transport and an improved position on leadership representation. But the gender pay gap remains largely unchanged, and structural disparities are proving slow to shift. The index highlights areas where organisations are improving and exposes progress where progress is lagging. It is both a benchmark and also a blueprint for action. Our overall rating as a sector stands at 47%, slightly below last year's 50%. So this indicates that while progress has been made, we still have significant work to do. It's crucial to recognise that Women in Transport is urging all stakeholders, whether that's from national operators to local authorities, we want all stakeholders to prioritise equity as essential infrastructure. And this index is not just about the numbers, it serves as a blueprint for meaningful cultural and structural changes within the sector. And by adopting our recommendations, we can foster a transport environment where gender equity is integral, not an afterthought. So let's work together to ensure that gender equity becomes a standard measure of quality, sustainability, and leadership in our industry. Now, what's next? We're celebrating 20 years of progress, but what's next for the next 20 years, or even for the next 3 to 5 years? So as part of the continuing evolution as Women in Transport, and as I say, getting us ready for the next 20 years, I will be adopting the title of Chair, replacing President, so to better reflect best practice among non-profit companies in the UK. I will also be leading a recruitment process for a new chair, because as you remember, I was elected president over 3 years ago now, and it was meant to be for a 3-year term. So in this transition period, I'm going to do the chair for the next year to enable us to recruit a new chair who will be ready to step in and take over next year. This, I'm very excited about it. It's a pivotal moment for our organisation as we look ahead and start developing our next 3 to 5 year business plan. We will be seeking a chair who is an inspirational, strategic leader who is passionate about gender equality and the future of the transport sector. Can you help Women in Transport to move forward? We're actively seeking your advice, your guidance. At the moment, we have a working group exploring CRM options. We've had that going on for the past 18 months. And as part of our due diligence, your insights could actually be invaluable in ensuring we select the right tools to enhance our operations and support our members effectively. So if you can help with any guidance or advice on customer relationship management software or association management software that other non-profits use, then please get in touch with James Hogg at marketing@womenintransport.com. Thank you, that would be superly much appreciated. 2025 is a landmark year as we celebrate 20 years of Women in Transport. We launched our celebrations in March with an article in Passenger Transport, charting our history and evolution, and a partnership, very exciting partnership with the National Transport Awards on a new category, Transport Women of the Year. Live on our website now, and I would encourage you to go and look at this, is a new interactive timeline which showcases the visual story of Women in Transport from our early days, humble beginnings as WTS, which was the London chapter of the US organisation, to this thriving community and powerful movement for change that we are today. We've called the timeline High Vis in recognition of all the work done by all of you and others, our partners, to raise the visibility of women across the sector. And finally, we are seeking to leave a legacy for the next generation by uniting the various women in groups and institutions from across the transport sector to collaboratively tackle pressing recruitment and retention challenges and to inspire the next generation to pursue careers in transport. So this effort seeks to create industry-wide solutions that benefit all stakeholders, and we are looking for volunteers and sponsors to be a part of this project. So if you would like to be involved, please contact us. And other ways you can get involved to help make our 20th anniversary year unforgettable. I want you all to be part of this memorable year. So first, we want to hear your story, whether it's a blog, a video, or a heartfelt testimonial, sharing your experiences. This can truly inspire others. So please do that, get involved. Second, we encourage you to join our celebrations. Your presence at our special events across our regions will make them even more meaningful. Lastly, Let's spread the word together. Use our hashtags, WIT20years and All Change Please. Use these on social media. It's a great opportunity to connect and amplify our message. Together we can celebrate, inspire and drive change for women working in transport. Thank you. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. Thank you for your support and engagement and for being part of Women in Transport's journey over the last 20 years. It doesn't matter what stage you joined the journey at. You might have been here from the very beginning, as some of us in the room were, or you might have literally just joined last week. But thank you all. Everyone's welcome.
That was our 20th anniversary AGM, a celebration of connection, collaboration and progress across the transport sector. A huge thank you to our members, partners and volunteers who continue to drive this movement forward. To find out more about our programmes, events and how you can get involved, visit womenintransport.com and connect with us online. Here's to the next 20 years of advancing women in transport.
Thank you for listening to the Women in Transport podcast. Together, we're championing inclusion and celebrating the women driving change across the transport sector. To join the conversation, connect with us and explore more stories, head to the episode show notes.